This is what a grown man who supports Daman Mills looks like, dumb as fuck. How the hell you gonna support a man hanging around with little boys and minors?
So before I start this video, I just want to go ahead and say I apologize for being away. There was a death in the family and I had to put my dog down. She was 14 years old, her immune system was shutting down, and I had to be there. I had to go through the whole process, but I'm back and I'm replying to this douchebag.
Hey, what's up guys? Future Ed DeBurge here, and I just want to go ahead and show this screenshot that somebody left on his video. I'm just going to go ahead and say this right now. I don't know why a grown-ass man that dresses like a Japanese weeaboo is defending Daman Mills hanging around little boys. This is absolutely disgusting, and dude, honestly, just stick to making shitty AEW content because you look like a fucking jackass. Anyway, enjoy the video.
In 2026, we have a guy in his late 20s defending a grown man in Daman Mills, hanging around with minors. Okay.
Oh no, it looks like we got another bad take. What's on the chopping block this time?
Man, I thought Cody Rhodes had a terrible lisp.
But yet Vic Mignogna.
Oh, I see. Yeah, this is a Vic Mignogna stan account, apparently.
So I watched this video multiple times because I couldn't wrap my head around why a guy in his late 20s is openly defending Daman Mills, a guy who has openly admitted that he used to hang around minors. Regardless of if it was a voice acting related thing, a job related thing, he openly admitted, while he was under investigation, that he had friends that were under the age of 18. As a matter of fact, the Duncan character that came up with the alias Duncan because he didn't want to use his real name admitted that he was 16 when he used to start hanging around with Daman Mills. And later in this video, he also gets triggered when I mention Vic Mignogna's name. I never openly defended Vic Mignogna. I have never openly sided with Vic Mignogna. So basically, I say Vic Mignogna's name and he just takes an Eminem song, Stan, and he puts it in front of Vic Mignogna's name. All I was doing was comparing how he got handled in that situation compared to how Daman Mills got handled in his situation. Like, I'm sorry that I'm voicing my opinion and I'm voicing my concerns on the entire handling behind Daman Mills, but you're still a 27-something-year-old man who is defending Daman Mills.
It was not just Monica Rial. There have been lots of other fans that had accused him of doing lots of other things.
Notice how he said accused, but nothing was ever filed against him. He never got thrown in jail because of it. And this is the same guy who is saying, hey, why don't you show me proof of Daman Mills hanging around with minors? First of all,
don't you ever post that ever again. Why? Because that shit was cringe.
He tried to take Monica and the rest of Funimation to court over defamation and lost so badly that he tried to sue them out the ass, but then he ended up paying a stupid amount of money back to them as a result of not being able to prove that they defamed him, and his lawyer refused to leave a public comment about it.
Yeah, he lost because his lawyer sucked.
This right here is an 11-hour video, 11 hours going into the maximum amount of detail of everything, including the allegations.
No criminal charges were ever filed, and no court ever ruled on the truth of the allegations themselves, meaning this 11 to 12 hour video that you said in your other video where you were talking to some guy about the whole Vic thing, it's just accusations. I'm going to say this right here, right now, and I'm going to meet you halfway again. Let's go ahead and say that the 11 to 12 hour video put together by said person was actually true. I'm meeting you halfway. Let's say there's actual proof in there. If that 11 to 12 hour video exposing or showing Vic Mignogna being inappropriate in whatever way, shape, or form was actually true, why hasn't anybody taken this proof, shown it to the FBI, shown it to the highest ranking law in America, and had Vic thrown in jail for these allegations? Why is Vic a free man right now? Why isn't he in prison? Why isn't he in jail? Why hasn't he faced any type of justice other than losing his job? I genuinely would like to hear your response. I checked out that video. I tuned out 3 hours in because I got bored, and honestly, if you're going to show 11 to 12 hours of proof and not take it to the FBI, something seems a little fishy, don't you think? This is just a bunch of bullshit. This is just a bunch of accusations. And the 11 to 12 hour video that you said showed proof of Vic doing all these things is complete and utter bullshit. To this day, Vic is a free man. To this day, he is still blacklisted from accusations. Meanwhile,
Don't you ever post that ever again. Why? Because that shit was cringe.
you're gonna bash me for being a Vic Mignogna stan, but it's perfectly okay to defend Daman Mills for hanging around minors. What? Brother. Do you hear yourself right now? Do you honestly hear yourself right now? Dude, just admit that you're a fan of Daman Mills. It's okay if you're a fan of Daman Mills. But it's not okay to defend him for hanging around little boys and minors. Can we just meet halfway and say, you know what? Both guys, Vic and Daman, have their flaws. One worse than the other. And that is Daman Mills for hanging around with little boys and minors. Let's meet halfway, dude. Let's meet halfway. So, with that being said, calling me a Vic stan when I simply just mentioned his name? Okay, buddy. I'll be over here. I'll be the Vic stan. I'll be the Vic stan, like you put it. And you can be the Daman Mills fanboy who has no problem with him hanging around with little boys and minors. My brother in Christ, you are in your late 20s. And you're defending a grown man hanging around minors. Stick to AEW content.